of Oh my God, that was wild! I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen our intro. We get a 10-minute musical count, 10 second musical countdown. It's awesome.
Do they get to see that too?
No, they don't, because we don't go live until it says 1 and then we're live. So they don't see it, but that gets us up in the mood, like we're bopping and we got the countdown.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. We're here at a Shared Universe again, one more time on a nice summer. Beautiful weekend. It's supposed to be great.
It is supposed to be beautiful. It is. We've had some good weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, last weekend was gorgeous. So yeah, so everybody keeps looking at me going, "You're so tan," and I'm like, I'm going to the beach less this summer than I ever have, and I'm so tan.
I haven't been there.
You haven't been to the beach? I'm
Once.
Oh, it's been.
Yeah, and I got really badly burned.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I was supposed to be there for 20 minutes. It was 4 hours.
Well, and so you probably weren't sunblocked and prepared and all that stuff.
You never do that.
No. No, you never do, because I've seen you like just out doing an afternoon outside and you're not even at the beach and you're always covered up.
Gotta be. Look at that head. Like that big shiny bald head.
I love your shiny bald head. I do.
So, welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even know what we're calling it anymore. What is it?
Oh, it is EMAC's Chamber Chat. Meet our members.
Wow.
I brought the coffee for the old one for,
for the podcast and coffee?
Yeah.
So which it's still, please drink your coffee with us. I mean, it's still really fun to do. We do have a guest with us today. It's Melinda McAvoy. Oh, I did say, I wasn't sure if I was saying it right, because it sounded like
it trips a lot of people up.
Well, you know what? Did you ever see the movie? Just go with it.
I don't think so.
Okay. So it's McAvoy, and that's Dr. McAvoy is a plastic. Anyway, so I'm like thinking I'm saying it like that, but is that correct? And I never asked you. I'm sitting in here with her for 40 minutes before the show, but do you think I think to ask her how to say her last name now?
No, we do that online. Come on, everybody's got to see us.
Everybody's got to see us in our real space.
Exactly. We don't nothing covered up here.
No, and Melinda owns Flowtopia, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. It's awesome. But we're going to take care of some business. So our first line of business this morning is to give a shout out to our corporate sponsor, Nissan City of Red Bank. Woo-hoo! They are a wonderful member, wonderful supporter of the community. Really fun place to go buy a car. They have transparent pricing, efficient processes, and the respect you deserve. That's their tagline that you'd think after this long I'd have memorized, but I always make sure I read it.
And you get to spin a wheel there?
Yeah, like I was just telling Melinda's thinking she might put a little prize on their wheel, so you might get a double up there. So they have a prize wheel. When you buy a car, you get to spin a wheel. There's bubbles. I think he told me they have something other than bubbles now too, which is even more. There might be confetti.
You have to buy a car? You can't just go in and spin it?
No, you have to buy a car.
Oh, you have to buy. Well, it's very prestigious to spin a wheel.
Can I tell you though, they have cars.
Yeah,
they do.
They have cars.
I've bought a car there.
Have you? That's awesome.
Maxima.
Oh, cool. They and I don't know if you know this, but for EMAC members, they offer a discount on service.
Oh, good.
Is that on our website?
Yes, it is. It's on Hot Deals.
How would you find it?
You go to emac.org and you go to Hot Deals, and you can find. Well, actually, Hot Deals is for the public. Member deals would be where if you're an EMAC member, you can find the special member deals.
Awesome.
So that's it. So then so it's really exciting. And when I was talking to Rich, he's like, we really need to partner up with other members because I want to advertise the members' businesses and give them business. So we're working on gathering some more gifts from our members to support Nissan and Nissan to support EMAC, and
But let's talk a little bit about Nissan and their membership journey over the past 2 years. They joined about 2 years ago when they took over the business.
No, actually, they've only been open a year. They've joined only a year ago.
So just a year ago, and you know what? They came in just full on being involved in the chamber. We've got somebody at a lot of events every year that they show up to. They've sponsored events. And I just want everybody to notice what kind of exposure they're getting from being part of our chamber. It means something to be part of us. It means something to be involved with us. Yeah. So, just watch what's happening with them and how much exposure they're getting. So consider joining them and becoming more and more involved in the chamber to get more out of your chamber membership.
Yeah. We have some other sponsors.
Yeah, let's go.
We do, because we have two. So it's funny because you mentioned that they joined and they sponsored right away. They sponsored the very first event they were here for, which was our Beach Bash, which was a year ago. So
they sponsored before?
No, that was their very first event they sponsored. And then they became corporate sponsors after that.
Oh, I thought they did the. We had the event at their.
That was in October. Beach Bash was in July. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we have, check this out, people. Beach Bash. Beach Bash is coming up. It is Tuesday, July 26th at Donovan's Reef. So I've heard the comment, oh my God, I can't go back there. I hung out there all the time when I was younger. It's okay. We've all done it and we're all going to be there again.
Right on.
So it's perfect. So we have our corporate sponsor, Nissan. We have our big kahuna sponsor, which is Packaging Distribution Resources, which has also been a very big supporter of EMAC. Our sunset sponsor, New Jersey Natural Gas, again, another big supporter of EMAC. The surf sponsors are Kirchen, the Kirchen Group, PCS, the County of Monmouth, Provident Bank, and Zager Fuchs. And splash sponsors are Pension Parameters, Senator Declan O'Scanlan, and Jersey Shore Financial Advisors. So we thank all of them for their support, helping us put on this great party. We have done something a little bit different this year. So if you're an EMAC member, it's $50. If you're a non-member, it's $60. You must register by the 21st of July to get those prices. After the 21st of July, the prices go up to $10 respectively. So $60 for members and $70 for non-members for the rest of the week. So register early, save some money, and save yourself the aggravation of waiting to sign in when you get there. Come in, say your name, somebody checks you off, and off you go to party. So anyway, you can find that at emac.org. You can find it on our social media at emacnj. And if you want, it's really fun. I've gotten kind of cute, and we have a QR code. So If you see this even on the website, you can QR code it. I don't know, social media, QR code it, whatever you want.
So is there a DJ or
so the night we happen to be going, they already had a band planned.
Oh,
so
sorry.
That's okay. I should
Google
know
it
because we've looked it up, but
Yeah.
it is on Donovan's website. I believe it's like a I think she told me when we booked the event that it's Tie-Dye Tuesday.
Awesome.
So it's like a, kind of that kind of feel music. The people that I have spoken to have heard of the band, said they're very good. I apologize because I didn't book them, so I do not know.
So that'll be a
Keep
fun,
forgetting who they
night.
are. And it's going to be just, beach fare, light beach fare. We can order off their menu. We'll have some stuff ready. And then if you want to order anything else, you're welcome to order anything else on your own. I believe it's cash bar. And it is cash bar. They do not accept credit cards.
Okay.
Well,
so
that's good to know.
Cash. I know. I almost forgot that part. It is cash bar, truly cash.
Bring your cash.
Bring your cash. And then you must be 21 or older. So my 19-year-old is very upset that she may not be able to work that night for us because she loves working the fun events for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, she does. She does. Which I want to give a shout out to a past event. We just had on Monday night, we had our Women in Business at Val's. We did it in association with Atlantic Highlands Chamber of Commerce. We had a total of 54 women there. It was such an amazing experience getting to know these women. I will tell you that the men always wonder why they can't come to this event with the women. First of all, you would have hated it. It was so loud. I swear, we had on Tuesday, the 28th of June, we had 51 people in a room, men and women. It was loud. But I'm telling you, put 54 women in a room. Holy moly, was it loud. So anyway, we did have one man there. He was the bartender. So I can, privately, if you want to ask him what it was like, I'm sure he's going to tell you, don't ever do it. But anyway, so it was a great, awesome event. And my daughter Jamie worked. And what was awesome about that is a group of us from both chambers went down and had dinner afterwards. And Jamie's 19 and was sitting at the table with these powerful women, divorce mediators, attorneys, marketing people, a 24-year-old from Atlantic Highlands who has like 3 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And she was sitting there, and the conversation, she's a very intelligent young woman, and she was able to actually say things that when she says to her friends or other people, nobody listens to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was able to have this open conversation with these powerful women.
Awesome.
And get a feel for what it's really about. And it gives me tingles because they were so amazing with her and just gave her such a new look into a certain aspect of the world, which was awesome. So I want to give a shout out to them. And to Val's, our member, for hosting us. Val's was awesome. And our sponsor was Lakeland Bank. So we thank them for hosting that. And if we're going to do past events before we get to our future events, I also want to give a shout out to 26 West for hosting us on the 28th for our business after hours. And our sponsors were the Golf Den, Minuteman Press, and Pension Parameters. So it was fun. And the Golf Den leads me to one of our next big events.
Wait, we're doing something with golf?
We are. We are. And let me tell you, this year the committee's got some fresh blood. We love old blood, but fresh blood's good too. So we have some new ideas. So I'm really excited. This is going to be super fun. All right. So our golf tournament is called 9 Holes, 3 Clubs, Wacky Putters. So that's very descriptive of what it is. You can't see the picture on the screen, but if you go to our website, you can see it. But when I say wacky putters, this is someone putting with a metal pipe, 2 pipe pieces welded together. And yeah, so it's just an interesting way of putting. But we have sponsorships available. Presenting sponsor, cart sponsor, reception sponsor, closest to the pin sponsor, longest drive sponsor, tee sponsor. And then new for this year is the Goofy gift bag sponsor.
That's funny. And
in the Goofy gift bag, as the sponsor, you will get your logo on 2 golf balls, a sleeve of 2 golf balls, to the first 48 golfers.
Wow.
So that is really high end, and you have to let us know that by August 20th so that we can have everything ordered in time for our September 26th event at Jumping Brook. So we do already have a few sponsors. Of course, we have our corporate sponsor, Nissan City. We have 2 presenting sponsors so far, PDR and Provident Bank, and 1 cart sponsor, Kirchen Group. So tee up and join the fun.
Do you guys golf?
I'm familiar with golf. I don't golf. Wait, I have to tell you what the last thing that's super fun about this. We went crazy. So we also have the Goofy gift bag, but we've also added Get Crazy with It. For $20, you can buy a mulligan and a hand grenade.
A mulligan.
Well, what's a hand grenade?
Right. What's a hand grenade? You can pick up the ball on any hole you want and throw it toward the direction. So you get, for $20, you get a package, 1 mulligan and 1 hand grenade.
Oh.
I don't even know what a mulligan is.
A mulligan is, what is a mulligan? I can't really explain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of, yeah.
Poor guy named Mulligan or woman named Mulligan that was named after.
Yeah.
He was a cheater, so
so he deserved it. And he's famous now. Everybody knows him, right?
He's a cheater.
So
that's over again.
That's September 26th. So Beach Bash and Golf are our last 2.
So wait a minute, can you only get 1 mulligan?
You can buy as many of these little packages, Get Crazy with It packages that you want. You could get crazy with it buying Get Crazy with It packages.
So now, let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm closest to the pin.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use a hand grenade and toss it over to the pin?
I don't believe so. That would seem a little like cheating, but I will defer to the committee.
Well, a mulligan is a cheat.
I know, but you know,
you're paying to cheat. So
you're paying to cheat specifically. I don't know. We'll have to defer to the committee on that one. I hope the committee is paying attention, but I will be asking you this question, so think of your answers now. I do want to shout, speaking of committees, everything we do is run by committees. Thank goodness, because there's there's a lot we do, and it's your chamber as a member, so you want to make the most of it and get what you want out of it. So the best way to do that is to be involved, be on a committee. There's so many reasons. One, you can help direct the events and get information that you want. Second, people see you more because you're at the events all the time because you're part of the committee. Thirdly, you get to know more people in depth by being on the committee and getting to know them. So you're building your relationships so much. So it's all part of promoting your business as well as getting involved in something you enjoy and getting to know more and more people. So, we have, like I said, we have a couple new people. This committee's been the same for as long as I've been here, which is 5 years. So this is the first time we've had a couple new people join us, and it's exciting. It's
fresh
really
blood.
Fun. Yeah, it's really fun. So those are our 2. We have 3 big signature events each year.
Let's keep talking about the wacky putters a little bit.
Why?
Well, there's a couple other things that we missed.
What did we miss? Because
number 1, it's a great day.
It is a great day.
Right,
it's
so
fun.
Number 1,
Tim and I like to ride around in the cart together.
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
In a second, because we do like to ride around in the cart.
And we take
put
pictures.
We also
Sometimes
might have a little cooler on the back that might.
We might
have something
in
cooler in the back to help you guys out to move around.
Water and stuff when you need a little bit of beverage or something to drink. And
we do hundreds of pictures, so definitely dress to impress, and have some great social media exposure. Go to our website afterwards, and we have some fun pictures that you can share around, and it's great. fodder for your social media to go on. Yeah. Then afterwards, we have a great dinner.
We
have a barbecue dinner afterwards
with prizes.
And it really is a fun day. It's a different crowd. It's definitely a great networking event. Mm-hmm. This isn't just all fun. This is to come out and meet the other people in the community. So, it's one of our most influential days to sponsor. So jump on the sponsorship wagon, early.
Especially now because it's not even what is it? It's July, August, September. So you got 3 months of sponsorship, promotion going on.
Yeah. So waiting until the last minute is. Listen, it's all well and
we'll still have you play golf for sure.
Yeah, but we'll still have you sponsor us. But as soon as you sponsor something, you show up. All right, you show up on our advertisement, you show up on our invitations. So the sooner you sponsor after it's announced, the more benefit you get for your dollar.
Yeah. So go to www.emacc.org events. Speaking of that, our website is in the process of being changed. I don't know if you guys have been on recently, but oh my gosh, shout out to Shoresight Web Designs for taking our ideas and it's getting gorgeous and more functional, and we're very excited.
New forms, like
some more. It's just some of the information is moving spots, so it's easier to find.
Oh, nice! I can't wait to see it.
And we've actually got pictures of where we are instead of stock photo. Mm-hmm. So it's just, and Jill, our marketing manager, just picked some phenomenal photos for it. So it's exciting. It's not even fully done yet, but oh my gosh, watch the progress. It's awesome. So our signature events. So we have 3 a year. We have Spinnaker, which we had in March. And then we have our Beach Bash, which we're having in July. And then our golf in September. So these are our 3 biggies for the year. We are taking August off to do essential planning. So, and when I say taking August off, that doesn't mean we're stopping to work. That means we are giving everyone the opportunity to take a holiday from networking with us, because networking is a job. We make it fun. So of course you want to do it with us, but August tends to be, especially since we live by the beach, tends to be a little on the slow side business-wise for a lot of people. So anyway, for the first time in a couple of years, we're not having any events in August. However, we're hitting the ground running in September, back with our business networking breakfast. And next time I'm on, I will tell you what that one is, because I can't remember off the top of my head. And then we will have a business after our business networking breakfasts are held at the Middletown Arts Center. And we have coffee and light food from Almost Home General in Lincroft. Oh my God, we get their banana chocolate chip bread, vegan. Oh my God, to die for.
There is so good.
You don't think
it's delicious? I didn't realize it was vegan.
Oh yeah, now you're like, ew, it really was. Yeah, no, it's vegan. It's delicious.
Food, I just didn't realize.
Yeah, it's funny. We have a member who got so excited because she's vegan, and she usually goes places and can't eat anything. And she's like, you mean this is vegan? She was so excited. So anyway, she comes every month now, so she can get the bread. Yeah. And then we have
it's a big draw.
It is a big draw, I'm telling you. So we have that going on, and then we have a business after hours, which we're still in the process of planning, but it's very exciting. We're doing it with Monmouth, with Brookdale Community College at the Monmouth Museum.
Oh, awesome.
So there's a museum that is quite interesting on Brookdale's campus. So we'll be doing that. So we have breakfast in the beginning of the month. And then on Monday, the 26th is when we have our golf. And then on Thursday, the 29th is when we'll have our business after hours at Monmouth Museum. So we're really excited for that. Sponsorships are available for that as well. And so that's what we're doing. And then October, if I could tell you networking, October, this is why you guys are going to understand we have August off. So 3 events in September, 2 in 1 week. Wow. October, we have an event every week.
Wow.
October, we're going to have women.
Why?
Well, let's not talk about that yet, please.
Okay.
There's a reason, and we'll tell you later, but just wait. So we have a women in business.
Right.
We have our normal business networking breakfast. We have an ENG, Emacs Next Generation event that month, and we have our business after hours that month.
Next generation.
Yeah.
What is
And
that, younger people?
Yeah, it is. Good selection. I hate to say it's our version of young professionals, because the reason we didn't call it young professionals is because that's so overused.
Yeah.
Plus, our next generation group is kind of unique. It is the younger professionals that are planning the events.
We're not young anymore?
Well, let me tell you, they find, and you are actually quite fit right into this category.
Very useful.
Because if you are new in a career, you are a young professional in that industry. So they welcome everyone.
So old ladies in new professions are young professionals. Okay.
Or men changing
Right.
Anybody changing a profession, that's new. And then you could also just want to come, and they let you do that too. They don't cut it off. But the planning that goes into it in their thought process, and the one thing that they do, which is really different than all of our other committees, is they actually pick a charity each year. And a portion of all of their events goes to that charity at the end of the year. So this year it was lunch break, and then they're working on, and I can't announce who they're thinking of doing for next year, but it's really exciting.
Oh, good.
So once I can announce that, I will. They're still working the details out with that nonprofit, but they actually pick a nonprofit that's a member of the chamber, and so support our nonprofit members as well. So it's really fascinating. So anyway, that's for the month of October.
Yeah. Wow. You're busy.
So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's busy.
Mm-hmm. We're so fortunate to have, we're not fortunate to be slow in business in August in this area, but it is so nice to have time off.
To have it be a little bit quieter, so that if your phone's not ringing at noon on Friday, you can head out and go to the beach.
Yeah.
One of the nice things about COVID is everybody knows how to work remote.
Yeah.
Do you know how, when I do go to the beach on a weekday, do you know how many people are sitting there on their laptops? Like,
you can hear the waves.
You can hear, you can. And it's so funny. And then everybody's like, well, what's the Wi-Fi password? Well, nobody can get on the Wi-Fi. I'm like, I use my phone. It's a hotspot.
Using the town Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so slow.
It is. But, you're supposed to have slow summer beach time when you're working.
Right.
So you're not supposed to be able to work at the same pace. You're just supposed to be able to work a little bit.
Yes,
and enjoy the day.
Fortunate to live close to the beach.
We are.
Take advantage of it.
We are. And when we don't want to go in the ocean because it's how cold in that buoyant salt water, what can we do, Melinda?
We can float.
We can float in a warm, toasty float cabin and totally escape.
Yes, escape your
life.
Work and your
escape life
and your phone and the peace and stillness in the float tank.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was talking to somebody last night telling them about my float, and they're like, oh yeah, and you get in the pod, but my mother couldn't stay there. I go, this is not a pod.
No, it's not a pod.
This is a cabin.
Right.
And I am claustrophobic, and I was really worried about floating.
I know you were.
I was.
I'm so glad you tried it.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for that, because it was awesome. So the float, it's a cabin, so it was 6 feet above my head when I'm longer than that when I was laying flat.
Yeah.
There's a glass door, so if I needed to just feel a little bit of
or give
air,
it a push and open it.
So I didn't feel closed in.
Right.
And the glass door goes into the whole beautiful room you have, which is the beautiful area that's decorated. The whole place is gorgeous. And you go in and it's so peaceful and calming. And then you go in your private little room and it's wooden shelving and a nice floor and there's towels folded neatly for you and all the essentials that you need in there. And then you get undressed and you shower in a big shower with really nice shower head that comes down on you with a great water pressure, and you clean off and then you get into the tub.
Yes.
And you're all by yourself in this whole room, but you're not all by yourself, only closed in this one little tank.
Right.
Which is kind of what I'm
see through the glass door. So it's not like you're closing yourself in. And
it's dark, but it's only pitch black if you close your eyes.
Yes.
There is some ambient light.
Well, no, actually there's no light, but there's a light in the tank. I'm not sure if you use that, but you can turn on a colored light.
I didn't use the light in the tank. I saw it beforehand.
Yeah.
Why did I feel like maybe just because when I opened my eyes, it was lighter than when my eyes were closed?
Usually eyes opened, eyes closed.
Doesn't matter.
The same darkness.
It must
left the purple light on, because I think we had the purple light on in there.
I did. I don't know. Maybe I did. But it could also be in my head because...
Yes. Was the light in your head, maybe?
The light could have been in my head. We don't know. This is how I'm remembering it, but it could have been completely pitch black.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're saying it is, then I'm sure it is.
Deprivation.
I was senseless.
So there's no light. There's no sound. There's not even the weight of your body.
I know.
And the water and the air are the same temperature as your skin. So you almost don't feel like where the water ends and your skin begins.
And I gotta tell you, people have told me, this is my funniest experience. I don't know if I even told you this. So people have said, well, I can't float, I sink.
People do say
They
that.
say it all the time. I can't do that, I sink. Who's on? Hello, Jennifer. Where is the floating cabin? It is at Floatopia
on Route 35.
On Route 35
Middletown.
in Middletown.
By Zoni's Pizza.
Yeah.
if you
Or
know.
Treza's Liquors.
Yep.
Do not go to the liquor store before you float. That would not be
Save
good.
that for after.
Yeah, afterwards. So anyway, I tried to put my hands behind my back to kind of like stretch out my chest. Every time I did that, unless I clasped my hands behind my back, my arms would go whoop, and they popped right back up. I mean, the buoyancy is crazy.
The buoyancy is incredible. Like even if you try to like turn it right to you, everybody.
There was no rocky ship going on.
No,
it was very calm.
Super.
We'll have
pure
to get you
stillness.
we'll have to get you into that.
Yeah, you have to try it.
Sure. So tell me about Floatopia. It's just floating and
yeah.
So
tell me about this.
It's 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt and 300 gallons of water. And like I said, the water and the air is the same temperature as your skin. And there's no light and there's no sound and there's no weight of your body. And you float. And you could almost like disassociate your mind from your body in there for a minute. And the result is like a complete reset of your mind and your well-being, and it's so refreshing and elevates your mood and lowers your blood pressure, and it's just so relaxing.
It really
Awesome.
is. And it's funny when you talk about it, as soon as you say float, and your voice starts to get really calm. It's like you're almost there.
I can't wait to get in the tank.
I did walk out of that float feeling like it was a different day.
Yeah. I like to do it early in the day. Everybody has their time of day that they like to float, and some people like to do it right before bed. But I like to do it early, and that kind of sets the mood for the day. I'm chilled out, relaxed, and everything's good.
How long can you float for?
You can float. Well, we have 30, 60, or 90-minute floats on our menu of choices, but there's people that have tried to float overnight.
Really?
Yeah, they made one person made it 5 hours. But throughout the world, there's float places everywhere, and people have done 24-hour floats. Yeah, and maybe more. And maybe more.
I am not that interesting in my head to last myself for 24 hours. It's just I was bored. I got a little bored.
Yeah,
toward the end.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
it's kind of interesting to do some meditation while you're in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. The first time it was
it's definitely a tool for meditation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can really, because you can separate the mind from all the stressors of your body, like we're constantly feeling, the weight of our arms, whatever, your hair, whatever. You don't feel any of that when you're in there. And you don't feel your joints that ache. And then you also get the benefit of there's 1,000 pounds of pharmaceutical grade Epsom salt. So you're absorbing all that magnesium sulfate, which elevates your mood, makes your muscles feel fantastic.
Helps you with sleeping?
Skin. It does.
Helps you with sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pleasant. The weird part was, since it was my first float, was getting used to the blocking out any sound in my ears. Like in my head, it was like
hearing your breathing.
That was a little weird. And then but once I adjusted from that, it was like total relaxation after that.
Yeah. I always say that floating is a practice, like yoga is a practice, or anything, meditation is practice. So the first time your body's like, what is this? And then, the time after that, your body's like, okay, I know what this is. We're going to just relax and chill out. And you can kind of get there faster,
right?
To that theta state, that space between sleep and awake, where you can meditate really well and you can think really well and really relax.
Did you hear her voice again? It get really low. I think I need that just for my voice alone.
I do love it. I love it.
Yeah, we were in there and I come out of my float and it's like midday and Melinda's like, I think I gotta go float right now.
Like you're sounded so good. I'm like, I think I better
go float right now. So it's kind of, that's not, you can float whenever you want when you're in a float spa.
That's true.
How did you decide to open a float studio? Like, how did you get involved in that? What happened that made this part of your life?
Well, the first place I ever floated was a place that a lot of people might know if they know floating. It was in Ocean. It was called the Float Studio, and it was a wonderful place. It's not there anymore, but And I loved it. Me and my husband, John, we floated, and he floats a lot. And then we found Floatopia, which was closer to our house, and we didn't own it at the time. Somebody else did. And it was so close, right in Middletown. And we really loved the space. And then the opportunity became available to take it over. And I thought, okay, let's do that. And I was working a job, and now I work full time at Floatopia, which I love. It's the best job in the world, yeah. And I love sharing it with other people and helping them find peace.
What was your job before? What did you do?
Insurance.
Oh, so that's totally
health benefits, like employee benefits.
That's very stressful.
Yeah, it was good. I love
it.
But this I like much better.
I mean, I have never seen you without your face being this alive all the time. Like, you are this zen, happy person all the time. And I'm thinking it's because you really get to take those stresses out of you. I mean, as we all know, running any kind of business is stressful.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you have that. But.
Yeah. I think I was telling you, I really think that floating makes me a better person. It makes me just a lot more easy to deal with life and stress. And it's a way to shut it all down and get back to start.
And, people will say, well, can I float in the middle of the day? What about work? So, could I float on my lunch hour?
Yeah.
How do I go back to work after floating?
Well,
what do you provide?
You go back with
what do you provide?
Wet hair, or we have a blow dryer.
Or you could even, go into the gym. You could bring your own too. And if you wanted to dry your hair or whatever, you could do that too. But I guess I was leading to, when you get out of it, there's shampoo, conditioner,
right, of course. We have
soap. You shower off. You're all clean. You're dressed. You're refreshed, and you're ready to go back out and start a day again.
Yes. And our shampoo, body wash, and conditioner are all natural with essential oils and lavender and rosemary and lemongrass. And I love how they smell. So.
Yeah, I walk out and she goes, "You smell like a lavender farm."
Yeah. So we have everything you need for a float. The only thing, we have a comb. Sometimes people bring a brush because you're going to be washing your hair. But we do have combs, and we have everything you could need for your float at Floatopia.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is show up.
It's awesome.
And let go.
It's awesome. So how do they find you?
Well, we have our website is floatopianj.com. And we're on Instagram, Flotopia_spa, and we're on Facebook. And our phone number is on our website.
Oh, good. And you can also go to emac.org, member directory, Floatopia, you at Floatopia, New Jersey. Floatopia, just Floatopia, I think you're listed under.
I think
press.
So.
Yeah. And you can find Melinda, or you could go to Reps and look up Melinda, or you could, there's
or
so
just
many.
Google Floatopia.
No, don't Google. Go to Emac's website.
Yes, of course.
Come on, Melinda.
That's the only place to find it.
Yes. Hello, Deb McNamee. Oh, I miss you, Deb. Hi. She said it sounds wonderful. I keep telling you need to come here instead of living out in Wisconsin.
Hi, Deb.
Deb is congratulations on your promotion too, Deb. So happy for you. Miss talking to you. I know I miss you too terribly. I'm getting to know Melissa really well though. Minnesota. Sorry. Wisconsin, Minnesota, all you out west places. Oh, Melissa. Hi. You guys are awesome. So we use our database for the chambers called Chamber Master.
Uh-huh.
And when I first started, when I first started at EMAC, I knew nothing. I knew nothing. And these guys, when we first moved over, Deb helped bring me on board. She trains me with everything, and she's been promoted twice since then, but she had introduced me to Melissa, and Melissa is used to run a chamber, and now she works there. So she is, and I think one day this week I was on the phone with Melissa twice in one day trying to figure something out. So they're just there all the time. And then I have to say, they're my go-to people, but I have to say that Sandy in the office, she's like, Jennifer, I'm not waiting for people. She just picks up the phone and calls support, and she says they're awesome every time. She calls and gets her answers and everything. I just personally really like Deb and Melissa, and we kind of have a relationship, and things have happened that they know about that we don't talk about in public and things like that. So, yeah. Anyway, miss you guys. Love you. So, that's it's so fun. You must feel the same way too, because you probably get a lot of repeat customers, and you build relationships with these people. I was just saying we went out last night, and everyone I went out with were all my friends, but they were friends I've met through the chamber. And it's you do go join the chamber to grow a business, but you also meet people you enjoy spending time with.
Yeah, that's
He's
really
one of
great
them too.
part.
This quiet man sitting here in the middle is one of those friends I like
He's
to
gonna have
spend
to
time with.
try a float.
So how do you make this successful? Like, what's the process? You call up and you make an order. Like, what
Well, you
goes on?
can book online.
Okay.
You book your appointment right online, and you could choose a room. We have 4 rooms. They're all the same. The tanks are all the same, but you could choose after you've been there and the different rooms. They're all set up a little differently. Maybe you have a favorite. You choose a room. You choose a length of float that you want, 30, 60, or 90 minutes. And you book it online and you just come on over. Or call the number and call me and I'll book it for you.
Okay. So, like, your expectation showing up the first time, getting through the door is always for the first time of doing anything, whether meditation or yoga or the gym or whatever.
Right.
Getting through that door the first time. How do you make people, not make people, how do you get people to come through? How are you going to get people to come in and enjoy this? I mean, you're doing a pretty good job of selling it right now. But,
I was going to say.
There's always that hesitancy of walking through the door.
Well, I think, and I know Jennifer would probably agree, when you walk in the door of Flotopia, it's pretty welcoming and friendly, and it just feels like,
you feel relaxed. You truly do. The way it's decorated, you feel relaxed when you walk in the door. So it makes it a little bit easier. But I think I was there. We were there for your grand opening.
Yeah.
And then I floated after the grand opening.
And we were drinking champagne.
There was
Didn't we just say that when we're supposed to do that?
I didn't have a lot. They kept wanting to pour me more. And I'm like, not if I'm going to float. So, but anyway, and then everybody's still out in the room talking and everything. And Melinda's like, "You want to go float?" And I go, "There's too many people here. I can't go float while there's people here. They're all going to know what I'm doing in there." Like, meaning I'm naked. Okay. And so Jill says to me, "Jennifer, if you don't tell people that," no, Angela, my massage therapist, "if you don't tell people that, but you put it in their minds that you were going to be in there naked." So, well, you are naked, or you
are naked, but you are in your own
completely locked
room.
Private room.
Your private suite with a dryer.
Nobody can see you. But it was just funny. I'm like, I'm the only one leaving to go take my clothes off. It just felt weird to me. However, everybody turned around at the exact same time and says, "You're naked under your clothes." I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So
it's true. We're all naked under our clothes.
But I was, and leave it to me to bring up something that stupid. So honestly, if you're nervous about anything, don't be nervous about being naked. Because I've done that for you. So it doesn't matter.
And that's a good point. People float naked, by the way.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You can wear a bathing suit if you want to. But why would you want any constriction at all?
Because the point is to just totally have nothing on you. And that really was, was very relaxing. Right. Very relaxing. And, but the other thing is too, is like, I was not sure how the claustrophobia would be. You walked me through that very nicely before.
Good.
I went
and you didn't feel claustrophobic.
Not at all. No. And I sometimes I don't like elevators because there's too boxed in. Yeah. So not at all.
Yeah. There is an expansive, I think there's
what
a very
makes you nervous that you would what
there.
would you want to know when you walk in there? Like, what would make you feel more comfortable to try?
I don't know.
Well, I was asking from I know what she does. What would you like? Is there anything that would make you feel more comfortable? He wants champagne before too.
Oh yeah, totally champagne.
Okay.
You need to add that to the menu, a champagne.
Yeah, we still have some champagne bottles over there.
It's very.
I think I'm just going to leave
quite.
them in here.
So, I know what I want to ask you. Tell us about the art that you're going to be displaying.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
Frankie was amazing.
Frankie DeSaro is a local artist, and she has a little gallery space at Bellworks. And I met her when I was there the other day, and we have a long hallway at Flotopia with windows, beautiful sunlight radiating on one wall of the hallway. So she's going to bring over next week, I think, she's going to bring over a bunch of paintings that are gorgeous. And she's going to hang them all up and down our hallway. So you can come and see Frankie's work at Flotopia. Yeah, so we have a little gallery space now too. So
it's awesome.
Yeah.
She was a love. She was there for the grand opening, and she's just she's an amazing person.
She has great energy, right?
She really does, and such a heart that's gigantic. She's tiny, and her heart, it's almost like she's in the, something that's inside a clear balloon.
Uh-huh.
So her heart is the balloon, and she's inside it. Like her heart
I
is
would
that
agree
much
with-
bigger than she is.
Yeah.
I wonder if
She
she's
is a tiny little
I wonder if
thing.
she's looking like on the podcast. Probably not, but like I have her at about 3 inches tall. You know, she's like a little Polly Pocket. But you know,
Yeah. She was a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
But
Large,
but a
presence
lot,
and
yeah,
great energy.
just, yeah.
Yeah, and a beautiful artist. Her work is amazing.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
'Cause the way you were describing it to me is just awesome.
Yeah, you have to come by.
So how do you so how I know how you market. What was I gonna say?
Well, so
Okay.
as a new member,
I was
Yeah,
just
we
gonna
just
get to
try
that.
to-
Yeah, I was sitting there going, wait a minute, that's not what I was gonna ask her before. So go ahead.
so as a new member, I noticed that you spent some time on our website. Back to our website,
Mhm.
hint, and filled out. You did a pretty good job of completing your bio on
A
there.
pretty good job. I don't know. Did I not finish?
Does this say 100%?
So I tell
I
you,
don't know.
we have one person
I have
when
to
you
go
go in,
back.
when you sign in, it'll tell you how much till you're done.
Oh, okay.
We have one person that has not, no matter what, been able to get past 98%.
No, me
Is
too.
that right?
You too?
Yeah, I
So
can.
there's something that for some reason it doesn't let you go, but 98% is. I didn't realize you had gotten up there with your new one yet. So
Yeah, I got to 98%. So
oh,
the higher the percentage, the
more robust your listing is on our site.
Okay.
yeah. So if
I'll
you
have to go back on there.
if you like do a directory search, and you're at 98% and somebody else is like 50%, just by the fact that you're so much done, you're going to get noticed better.
Yeah.
So
I guess
you know
so.
it really does make a difference in filling that out. But did you also know that we have the member to member deals?
I didn't.
So you can throw up an offer to all of our members, and as soon as they log in, they're going to see an offer from you.
Oh, I'll have to add that to the.
You
Yeah.
could, if you want to give EMAC members a special promotion to come into
Yeah.
Flowtopia.
Yeah, I'll have to think.
And
about
then
what that'll
anytime you're
be.
having a sale for the public, we can also put that
Oh,
on
and
the
we do
hot
those
deals.
from time to time. Yeah.
So, so you can, that's an additional advertising space that costs you no money
yeah,
except your membership.
yeah.
So speaking of your membership, which is the question I was going to ask you, is why did you decide to join the chamber?
Because it's the chamber. Because you guys rock and you have awesome events and great networking opportunities.
So you just like found us, right?
Yeah. Well, I looked for the local chamber of commerce,
And so I
found
guess my
you.
point is, why were you looking for a chamber of commerce?
I was looking for a networking group.
Okay,
Looking for ways to promote my business.
great.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, because we get phone calls and, it's like, well, what made you, go to a chamber of commerce? And it's changed over the last 5 years. And especially since COVID, it's changed as to why
Yeah.
people want to be part of a chamber. And it's getting back to the reason chambers existed in the first place. Like
Mhm.
chambers existed to, what does Tom always say? You're not part of you're not in business if you're not part of the business community.
Right.
Mm.
And chambers of commerce and all over are seen as the place who knows everything about what's going on in the towns, everything about the towns, the businesses, the social, the community, the whole thing. And it's a lot to know all of that. We have 11 towns. We don't know all of that, but we do the best we can. But we work really hard because it's a membership business association. We work really hard our job is to help you as a business owner grow your business. So to
Right.
provide those opportunities for you to network, to provide information, to provide connections to legislation, to the people who help make the laws, who help change them, to provide you with, referrals, how to, you could, and one of the things I love about our chambers, we've been around since 1928. We only have one member, and not the person himself, but the company who's been with us that long. I mean, it's possible if they started at birth, because then, they'd only be like 92 or 93 years old. But
No,
by now,
100. Yeah.
no, we haven't had our 100 yet. We're good.
Right. But
So
I forgot you said.
yeah,
I was
that's
doing the
okay.
math in my head,
I
different
didn't tell you. Yeah, don't do math in your head. It's bad. That's why I gave around 92. I don't do math in my head. So anyway, they yeah, where was I going with that? I got so distracted. But anyway, so we have all these members. We have 280 plus members
Right.
who have been in business from just a year, just a month, to 50 years. So the experience of business, regardless of what industry you're in, but business situations, all sorts of them have arisen. So you're not alone in something that's happening in your business. And the biggest thing is to call and say, I need to talk to somebody, or go to these events, meet people, so that you then have somebody that you can call about a business question.
A system of support.
Yes, exactly. And
Another layer of that networking and support and community are necessary to having a successful business.
I say I've done a couple of things about how to network and why to network. And one of the biggest things is that nobody likes it. I mean, there are people who look like they love it, but that's because they've gotten comfortable. They might naturally be people.
Right.
But, like people laugh when I say sometimes I am very shy, and nobody who knows me would ever understand that. But there are times where I am uncomfortable walking into a room full of people. So, I was laughing the other night at the Women in Business. I'm already there. So people come and I say hello to them because I'm already there. I don't have to walk into a room of people already talking all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but it's also a difference. You're walking into a room of people, 80% of them already.
Right, exactly.
Big different than walking into
exactly. Now, but when I started 5 years ago, it wasn't like that. They knew each other. I didn't. So
you did.
I knew a few because of Ray, but not everybody. Yeah. So, the thing is that when you walk into a room and you see someone standing by themselves, they're probably feeling exactly the same way you are.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go up and say hi first, and you could say something as easy as, "Hi, I hate these things. I'm so glad you were standing alone so I could say hello to someone else." And then they're going to laugh, and that's an instant connection you two have. It doesn't have to be about business all the time. But the other thing about being part of a chamber and coming to events on a regular basis is that doesn't happen after 3 times.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It doesn't. People, you can say, people when you walk in even the first time you're going to meet, we make sure when you come, you meet someone the first time, that's someone who's very active, so that they're going to be there the next time.
Yeah.
And we work really hard on that.
I like to float before a nervous situation. It does. It helps me.
Bet.
It helps me just walk in.
Tim, can I have permission to add to the budget a float before every event? No. I got shot down on that. I tried, Melinda. I tried.
Hey, you can throw it in. I don't have control of it. We do have to vote on that budget.
I don't think that's an essential. I wonder
how that vote will go.
Yeah.
Jennifer's pre-event float.
You don't have to list it as a vote, but
I'm just joking.
It was in the budget.
I would pay for it myself.
So her pre-event.
It's my time that I don't have to give an hour before.
So for as a chamber that's been around since 1928, we've definitely taken a look at what's happening now in the health and wellness fields.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody approached us about 2 years ago now.
Yeah, at least. Actually, it was when we were at Monmouth Park for the breakfast, so it was like maybe the end of 2018, the beginning of 2019 when he first approached us about it, and then it took him a year after the first approach to do something.
Right. So for about 2 years now, we've had a health and wellness committee, and not only is it our traditional, doctors and dentists in schools and so on, it is definitely the holistic approach to health that really is taken over the country in such a great way, between meditation and floating, which I'm not experienced at all in. But over the last year, doing a ton of meditation and yoga and all these things that really make your body healthy and we can get a lot of ways in a lot of different ways. We can get to the same place in a lot of different ways is what I was trying to say.
You can.
And, that the health and wellness of your body is one thing. But if you don't bring along your mind with that, it really is kind of like your stress level is still going to be the same. Your blood pressure is never going to go down. So,
it all works together.
Right.
It all works together. And our bodies are designed to heal themselves. And
given the chance to do that,
given the right environment to do that, and quieting your mind and being calm is one way to kind of bring your stressors down, and this can awake the body's latent abilities of self-regulation, which we're designed to do. We're designed to fix ourselves. Just got to give it the right environment.
Yeah, gotta get happy.
If you haven't done something like that, whether it be yoga, be meditation or floating. A float, you've probably seen on the news, you've probably seen, if you go on long and all, this, everybody's talking about it for years now. And until you get into a little bit of a practice, like you said, it's a practice. It's not going to happen the first time. You're not going to go and do a 10-minute meditation and come out and it's like, oh, wow, that was great. You're going to feel better, I promise you. But if you haven't gone to that point, try it. I mean, it really does make a difference in your life, in your body, and your well-being and your relationships.
Yeah.
I don't want to try to oversell everything, but it really is one of those.
It's all
things
connected.
The
It's
one
all
of-
connected.
The one thing about our health and wellness committee and the events that are going to be growing to where we're offering those events more often. We've only had one so far, but the one thing I love about that community within our chamber is that they have been so welcoming and supportive of each other. Like Yoga 6, when they first opened, they didn't have a studio. Orange Theory Fitness let them use their studio for classes.
So nice.
And I think the point of what all these people want to do is they just want you to be healthier. So this may not be for you, but okay, I've met the people from this gym and they do this a little bit differently, and I think you should try that. And because they want everybody to be healthy. And I was just thinking about this as you guys were talking about holistic. It's HOLI, but this group is also holistic, WHOL, because it's financial health. It's taking, so there are people who are financial planners who are part of this group because that takes stress off you if that stuff is lined up well. Yeah. It's kind of everything together to make everybody whole and healthier. And I think if one thing the pandemic taught so many of us is that work-life balance is so important, and to make time to take care of yourself so that you can heal yourself, fight off infection, fight off illness, and keep, so many people get sick. Why can you go 2 years and not get COVID and then you get COVID when it's not even that bad? It's because your stress is high and your body can't fight it. Right. So not the only reason, but one of the reasons,
It's always that balance. We're always trying to strike that balance, right? And sometimes we get out of balance completely, and then to find it again.
To come back to it is tough. Yeah.
Because you're going to get out and you'll be like, oh, I used to be so good. Well, you can get there again. You can get there again. You just got to.
And you know what to do. It's just allowing yourself the time to do it. Many people. And if you don't know what to do, call us. We have many people in the industry who can help you find out what to do. But not one of the other things, we not only help you grow your business, we help you take care of yourself.
All right.
We actually, it's funny that I said that out loud, because actually we have done that twice, I think, in our starting off of our January. Over the last 5 years has been focusing on starting your year off right with exercise, with nutrition, and we've provided that to our business owners, because you cannot run a successful business, or our members, you cannot run your business successfully and your life successfully if you're not well, if you're not taking time. So we've done like how to just, engage muscles and at your desk for 5 minutes just to change something about your whole well-being.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. We actually, when we moved to our new office, somebody else had said an exercise ball it was a decorator, Judy Cook, from Kaleidoscope. She actually said on our podcast, she's like, and having an exercise ball, it's great. It's in your office should be something to make your office your workspace a happy space. So we moved to the office and got exercise balls.
Right. And so you just take a break and sort of stretch out.
We do that if we need a break, or we'll sit on it at our desks instead, because it's good for your posture, and it stretches and puts your body in a different position.
Yeah. It gets you to like hold your whole sort of middle.
And then, it's also very good for entertainment on a quiet day.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. We push up. I'm the best one on push ups so far.
Awesome.
But Jill's wrist is better, so that's gonna not last long. She's really she's really fit.
In the dust.
She's really fit. So
she is super fit.
She is super fit.
And super cute.
Aw, I'm gonna tell you said that. I'm gonna tell you said that.
She's probably watching.
No. She teaches a class. She exercises in the morning before work. So, but anyway. So what else can we talk about really fast? Anything you want to know about the chamber that you don't know already? Because you're a fairly new member.
What do I want to know?
Or anything about the chamber that you want to share with other people that you know already that you love? Other than we're just fun.
Well, it is. The other members are so welcoming when you come to an event. And the first time you go, like you were saying before, like, I'm very comfortable around people. But, walking into a room full of people, it's kind of like, oh. But everybody was welcoming right from the minute you walk in the door. Very easy. Room to be in, I thought. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. We get that feedback a lot, and that's something we focused on. So it's nice to hear that it's working and we're doing it well.
Yeah. And everybody's sharing, their cards and wondering what you're doing and genuinely taking an interest in what your business is about and what you're doing, what you're trying to do.
So we find that we have a lot of members who are in the same industry. I mean, how many people are in mortgages that are in the chamber? But you make your connections, and you can. I mean, you have somebody you can't help. You're going to refer to someone else,
right?
And the other way
we've
around.
done quite a bit of cross promotion. Provident Bank has been very very supportive, and Heather Baker and I traded a couple of leads last week, and it is a great place to make the connections. And the thing is we have
80 plus members.
80 plus members. We can't help every one of them. And
you know why you didn't know the answer? Because we're growing so fast you can't keep up.
Yeah, let's talk about our membership. Our membership for the first time since you started is things have gone up, things have gone down. COVID really hurt our membership, and we lost a lot of people.
But we also had new people join too during that time, so it was really kind of interesting. But we lost way more because of course,
And we've always been attracting new members. And unfortunately, COVID, we lost a lot of people because I went out of business, and just couldn't afford to keep going on. So there was a huge swing the other way. But for the first time in the last 5 years, we're actually at a net gain. We've had more people. We're well above goal for the year, and we put a pretty aggressive goal last year.
Mm-hmm.
The staff inside, I mean,
the team is amazing. They are really good.
And it just goes to show that our membership is welcoming. Like when you walk through the door, people want to be part of it, and they want to know who you are, and they're truly interested in helping your business as well as their own. So it's a great environment for people to be around, and it's starting to show. And like I said, for the first time in 5 years, we have a net gain of our membership, and there's nothing, it's not slowing down at all.
Yeah. I was saying the last 2 weeks we've had 5 new members.
7.
That's great. Oh. I hope COVID is. I think it's. It's memory now, right? Like we're done.
No, it's never going to be a memory, but it's not going to be.
It's part of life now. Like the horrific shutdown where everything
went
changed.
Through all that.
I know.
It seems far away to me now. Like
it does. And we were just talking about this. I was in a meeting with Chris Parmigiani yesterday with some potential new members, and Chris runs our business networking breakfast. Chris joined the chamber and opened his business during COVID.
Wow.
And then became chair of
what does Chris do?
He's he works
banking.
No, he's IT.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
He's going to shoot me.
Oh, sorry.
What's the name of his company?
Yes.
Nope. CMIT Solutions. Whew. Okay. So anyway, so Chris, we were talking, and he's like, the one thing that we are prepared to do now is to switch if we have to. Pivot if we have to. We pivoted really well the first time, I have to say. Like we closed the office Friday, all went remote, and had our first online information session about COVID with a local mayor on Monday morning.
Yeah.
So like we were able to just do it really fast, but we've not gotten rid of that ability. We don't do hybrid because we found people prefer to come in person. But if we ever had to switch for some reason, we could go right back. We know what worked. We know what didn't. We are willing to try new things again.
Yeah.
And so we've made sure that we've been able to stay fluid during all of it. I think a lot of companies have. Unfortunately, some haven't been able to, just from the nature of it.
Yeah.
But, that flexibility and that knowledge has helped us a lot to be able to grow, and to also we showed a lot of people during COVID that we were still there to help promote in all sorts of ways that we could.
Yeah.
We had like one really fun business after hours on Zoom where we all made our favorite drink and gave each other the recipe while we were sipping on our own drink. It was really, it was goofy. We played, what was the other one we played too? That game, the investigation game, but it's not an investigation game.
Yeah. Not drug dealer.
Not drug dealer.
Spy
something. What was it? It was fun.
Yeah, it's something spy.
It
was a lot of fun.
It was. We did.
We played that like all during COVID, but the drinking one was fun. Was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we
definitely got into it, but
hey, you got to do what you got to do.
And I can't say we had the same number. We did not have 50 people on our Zooms drinking with us, but for the people who wanted something, we were there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's what we want to be all the time. For people who need us, we're there.
It's so amazing that we were all in our houses and we really did learn skills to be able to connect.
Yep.
And it has-
everyone was at home.
It has changed our world. And everybody keeps,
Yes.
and I think finally people now are like, okay, this is normal. We're not going back to normal because that's never going to happen again. So now
it's come just like the flu.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. If you've gone out and you've gotten your shots, we're going to have to get shots every year, or they're saying now in 9 months. Yeah, if you had your shots, I just recovered from last week, 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it sucks, but it wasn't.
it wasn't.
It wasn't that much worse than the flu I had 2 years ago.
It's not scary anymore.
Yeah, it was very scary. I remember, anything that would come into the house, groceries or anything that would go into the garage, I would wipe them down with gloves on. Then they would have to sit out there for a couple of days before I mean, we just didn't know.
Right. And people, it was scary. It was scary. And, now we have the tools as we learn through experience, we have the tools to get through that. And we now know we can do it again if we have to, and what needs to be done.
And it's permanently changed the business environment.
Yes.
Permanently, where, half the stuff that we would be going to in person, we can do remotely. And those things that we don't need to be there in person, we can do remotely.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been awesome, and we're actually out of time.
I know, we're out of time. We're done.
And it's like, we didn't even have to scratch for any,
no conversation.
Yeah,
that's the best part about having very calm presence with us. So
thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us, and I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, we will be back on the 29th of July with Elise Leibowitz from Three Chicks That Click. So she's fascinating.
What did they do?
She's a photographer, and it's
cool.
She's beautiful. The headshots she takes.
Oh, I bet.
Holy moly. And our co-host will be Jane Tresnan from Tresnan Properties.
Right on.
So it'll be Girls' Day. And we're back again on August 12th. I believe that's our only one the month of August, and then we'll be scheduling September. So, actually we're already scheduled September. So
right on.
We hope that you enjoyed meeting our member, Melinda McAvoy from Flowtopia, and she hopes to see you.
Thank you.
And
it was
Tim,
fun. I had a good time.
Thank you for co-hosting. I don't even know if we actually introduced you because you jumped in and you were talking and you were so excited. And people who are watching for the first time might not know you're the amazing Tim Davis from Advisors Mortgage.
Well, that's me.
Throw that out. But you were wearing it on your shirt, so we're good.
Yeah, I wore my name tag.
And your name tag. I know. That's impressive.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much. And we will see you back on the 29th of July. Have a great day.
Have a great summer.
Bye, everyone. Oh, yeah.